If you take full advantage of everything I'm going to discuss in today's video, I can guarantee that you will have free access to all of the knowledge and all of the answers that you are looking for to build your pet business. What's up, guys? It's Doug the Dog Guy, and those of you that regularly watch my channel know that over the last 10 years, I have built a large award-winning team of pet sitters and dog walkers, but you also know that I often say I've made every mistake in the book. I didn't know anything about anything when I started my business a decade ago, and that in large part has to do with the fact that when I started, there were no resources available for us as professional pet sitters and dog walkers. 10 years ago, Rover had just started to come onto the scene, but wasn't really popular yet. And the whole idea of building a professional pet sitting and dog walking business was just kind of out there. But luckily, over the years, this has become more and more common. And now in 2024, there are professional pet sitting and dog walking businesses with huge teams of employees all over the country. And there are a lot of people ready and willing to share their knowledge and share their stories for free. One of the main reasons that I started this YouTube channel a couple of years ago was to try to ensure that no one else would ever have to make the same mistakes that I made while building my business. And I'm trying to ensure this through putting out these weekly videos with my knowledge and sharing my stories. So in today's video, I'm going to share my favorite free podcasts, blogs, Facebook groups, YouTube channels, and more. And at the end of the video, I'm even going to share some of my favorite tools that I use to run my own business. But of course, this wouldn't be a real YouTube channel if I didn't ask you to hit the subscribe button before we talk about these awesome free resources. Athena here would appreciate you forever, so do it for her. And on that note, let's talk about my favorite YouTube channels first. And for any of you that are new around here, I actually have over 3 years of content that you can go search through here on the Doug the Dog Guy channel. And I have recently partnered with Time to Pet and have started putting out videos over on their channel as well. So make sure you subscribe here and there so you don't miss out on any of my content. And then my friend Michelle Klein, who owns Dog Co. Launch, also has an awesome channel. You guys have seen her in some of my videos, and I have made some videos with her on her channel as well. And between the videos on my channel, the videos that I'm putting out on the Time to Pet channel, and the videos that Michelle is putting out on her channel, you can get a really good foundation for the business side of things. But of course, that's not the only important part of this. We also have to think about the pet care side. And that's where I would really recommend that you go check out my friend Minoka's channel. Minoka is one of my all-time favorite dog trainers. She actually trained my own dog. We've made some videos together before, and she puts out some really fun content on her Minoka's Canines and Cabernet channel. And then while you're checking out her channel, I would also recommend checking out the Zach George Dog Training Revolution channel also. Another channel that I really like is the Covered in Pet Hair show. Isabel does interviews with different people in the pet industry over on her channel, and they're really fun, like drinking games. You can go check out the episode that I did with her there. And I also just want to give a quick honorable mention to Corey over at Mission Side Hustle. Now, his channel has nothing to do with pet care or pet businesses, but he posts some really awesome business-related content, And the way that he puts his channels together and portrays everything is really one of the biggest inspirations behind what I am trying to do here on my channel. Speaking of the Time to Pet YouTube channel, I would also highly encourage you to check out the Time to Pet Academy and the Time to Pet blog. There are a ton of really great free articles on the Academy and on their blog that can answer a lot of your initial questions about building a pet sitting and dog walking business. One of my favorite resources on the Time to Pet Academy is their free contract template. So I would definitely recommend that you go check that out and download this template and then edit it to fit however you want your business to operate. And then I know this video is about free resources, but I do just want to quickly mention that when you are ready to sign up for the Time to Pet software, you can save 50% off of your first 4 months by signing up with my special link, which is timetopet.com/Doug. Again, you can save 50% off of your first 4 months by going to timetopet.com/Doug. And speaking of free downloads and free templates and things like that, I actually have a few things over on my website for you. So on the homepage of my website, you can download my top 10 tips for pet sitters and dog walkers. And then if you scroll to the bottom of the resources page on my website, which has a lot of great information for you, you can download my one-page business plan template, which also includes my ideal client worksheet. And you can download my tips for hiring, all for free. And I will be adding some more free templates and things there as well. Now, without a doubt, some of the best free resources for us as pet business owners are the Facebook groups. There are a ton of Facebook groups specifically for pet sitters, dog walkers, and pet business owners. And some of these groups have some of the leading experts in our industry giving free advice all the time. And it really gives us an opportunity to see what other pet sitters and dog walkers are doing around the country. It really allows us to open our minds to new ideas and new ways of doing things and handling things. And when you have a question or you have an idea, you can drop that in these Facebook groups and get advice from people that may have a lot more experience than you do. It just really is so incredible. And my 3 favorite groups are the Sitter Confessionals group, which is led by Colin and Megan Funkhauser of the Pet Sitter Confessional podcast. And then the Grow Your Daily Dog Walking Business with Dogco Launch group, which is led by my friend Michelle Klein. And then there is the Next Level Pet Businesses group led by Robert Strickland. Now, all 3 of these groups are led by incredible people that I know and trust myself, and I myself am active in all of these groups. And I would especially urge you to join Michelle's group because she does free webinars all the time. And you get information in these free webinars that is absolutely incredible. I mean, I'm talking game-changing information that she probably should be charging for. And Michelle and I are actually going to be doing a webinar series together coming up soon. So you just definitely don't want to miss out on that. If you want to know more about the webinar series that we will be doing together and a special bundle deal that you can get on her marketing course and my hiring course together, I will drop the link for that down in the description below. All you have to do is go to dogcomarketingcourse.com and then download our free tips for taking your business from solo to growing a team. And that will get you on our email newsletter for more information about this upcoming webinar series. So after you join these 3 groups, I would also encourage you to look at the Pet Sitters Forum, the Dog Walker to Dog Walker group, the Pet Sitter Support group, and the Pet Business Support and Resources group. All of these groups have really awesome free resources, so go check them out. So next, let's talk about podcasts. And personally, I think this category has some of the best free content for us as pet business owners. Really specifically because of Pet Sitter Confessional. Colin and Megan Funkhauser, who own Funky Bunch Pet Care over in Missouri, have over 400 episodes of the Pet Sitter Confessional podcast, where sometimes they interview other pet business owners about their stories and their lessons, and then some of the episodes are them sharing their own wisdom and their own stories. And I've been on this podcast myself a few times, but really every episode is incredible. And I've said this in videos before, but I really think that what Colin and Megan are doing with their podcast and with their Sitter Confessionals Facebook group has changed the entire landscape for us as pet business owners. So after you check out their podcast, next I would say to go check out the Lucky Pup podcast. And this is run by my friend Morgan Weber, who owns Lucky Pup Adventures and Memory Flame Candles. Morgan and I got connected a couple of years ago at a pet business conference and have become really good friends since then. And I just love everything that she does. And on her podcast, she is interviewing other pet business owners, not just about running a pet business, but more importantly, about living a full and happy life. So I've been on her podcast as well, and my operations manager, Brenna, she has been on there also. So definitely go check out that podcast. And then after you've checked out Pet Sitter Confessional and the Lucky Pup podcast, I would also say to check out the Poodle to Pit Bull Pet Business podcast, and that is run by pet business coach Dom Hodgson, who you have seen here on my channel before. He has a really great podcast where, again, he interviews pet business owners, and you get to hear their story and their words of wisdom. What's so cool about all 3 of these podcasts is the fact that you get to listen to what other pet business owners have gone through. You know, you get to learn from their successes and from their failures, and you just get to be exposed to totally new ways of doing things and fresh ideas. It's just so incredible. And personally, I believe that if you sat down and you listened to all 400 and something episodes of the Pet Sitter Confessional podcast, you would essentially be getting an MBA in running a pet business for free. So don't pass up these podcasts. Just totally awesome. And then, to quickly mention some other podcasts that are not specifically pet business related, I love the How I Built This podcast with Guy Raz. And I also love the Upflip podcast. I love the Diary of a CEO podcast with Stephen Bartlett. And of course, I love The Game with Alex Hormozy. So now that we've talked about all of these great free resources, let's also talk about some free tools that I use in my own business and would recommend that you use in your business as well. And the very first thing I want to mention here is the Google Business Profile. It is completely free for you to set up a business profile through Google, and this is an excellent way to market your business for no charge. This business profile is really what will allow you to show up on Google Maps when someone searches pet sitter near me and things like that. And it is what allows you to get Google reviews. And we all know how important those are. If you want to know more about getting Google reviews, go check out the video that me and Michelle made about that. And while we're talking about the Google business profile, I'll also say that Google has a lot of really great free tools that I use. I use Google Drive to keep all of my files organized and be able to share things with my team. For a long time, I used Google Voice for a free phone line for my business. I've since upgraded to something a little bit more comprehensive that is not free, but you could totally get started with Google Voice to separate your business phone line from your personal phone line. And I also use Google Forms to send my clients surveys, to get biographies and information from my team, and a lot of other things. So moving along from Google, I will also highlight Canva. Canva does have a paid version, but you can do a lot of your design work for social media and your client documents and such with their free version. I'm also a big fan of ChatGPT for helping me write emails and blog posts and even creating some of these video outlines. Now, I will say, do not rely on ChatGPT to write the entire email or the entire blog post or whatever for you. It's just really to get you started and give you a baseline to work with. I can tell when I go to a blog and the entire thing has been written by ChatGPT, and that immediately puts a bad taste in my mouth and makes me question the validity and just question my trust in the entire organization if they have solely relied on ChatGPT for the entire thing. I'm also a big fan of Zapier for some free automations within our businesses. Zapier does have a paid version, but the free version will get you two-step zaps. So just for example, you could connect your Google business profile to a spreadsheet so that anytime you get a new review, it automatically goes onto the spreadsheet so you can keep track of everything easily. That's just a quick idea. I have a whole video about Zapier that I'll link down below. And then the last free tool that I want to mention here is the Tractive Dog Walk app. Now, I would highly encourage you to go ahead and get set up with Time to Pet in the beginning or as soon as you can. But if you're not ready to get set up with pet sitting software, you could use a combination of this Tractive Dog Walk app with a Google form and Google Voice to be able to keep all of your notes and instructions organized and to prove to your clients that you arrived at the right time and you were there for the correct amount of time and show them your walking path. All very important things. Again, these are all things that Time to Pet does for you, but I just want to give you this free option to use until you're ready to sign up for Time to Pet. So to wrap this video up, I will end with my favorite resource. And I will say that the ultimate resource for us as pet sitters and dog walkers is each other. Nothing beats being able to build a relationship with another pet sitter and dog walker so that you can not only trade referrals, but more importantly, so that you can call each other up and help each other when you need it. You can get some advice and some feedback and things in some of the Pet Sitter and Dog Walker Facebook groups, but nothing beats being able to pick up the phone and call your buddy and say, hey, this dog is doing this right now, or hey, this client just said this, how would you handle it? It is such an incredible thing to have connections with other people in our industry. And any of you that have watched my channel before know that I am adamant about the fact that we should be building each other up and building a community rather than trying to compete with each other. There will always be more pets and more families that need us and need our services than there will ever be professional pet sitters and dog walkers. So there's no reason to be trying to compete with each other. So, on that note, I'm Doug the Dog Guy, reminding you to stay positive.